I do my slideshows, also known as why my update schedule is so strange. I have two main problems. The first problem is just the age and limitations of the technology that I have access to. All of my audio recordings are actually done on this little keychain camera, since this is the only working microphone I have. It does record video. It records in AVI format. It is grainy and small, but it is video. The problem, as you can see here, is that there is nothing even remotely resembling a viewfinder. So it's always a guess as to what is in the frame. I use a free program called Pazira to rip the audio off of my keychain camera. I use another free program called Wavosaur to edit the audio. All of my drawings are made in MS Paint. I do have a simple pen pad that I use for this. There is no on-off switch on it, so I have to remove the battery from the pen or it will drain. All of my pictures are taken on my phone. My phone does record video, but my computer does not recognize the format my phone uses. My phone is an LG Ally. It has a whopping 126 megabytes of internal storage. Apparently, there is an app to move apps to the micro SD card, but when Android Market became Google Play, I no longer had room. So I did not get this special app in time, and I can't get any new apps because I have no room for Google Play. Any pictures and drawings are paired with the audio in this old copy of Windows Movie Maker that came with my computer. I like this copy of Movie Maker because it has a slider that lets me decide how long a particular drawing will show when paired up with the audio. My computer is, I believe, from 2003. It does have two USB ports in front, but it also has a floppy disk drive. So it is still old enough to have a floppy drive. Perhaps that is why it does not recognize my phone's videos. My other problem, and this is where I feel as if I am being punished for living with my mother instead of living on welfare. I made that choice because I did not want to be on welfare, and now I feel I'm being punished for it. Mom's brother has been accused either of a federal crime or by the feds, and I can't say more than that because the case is still ongoing. But he was allowed to do house arrest while waiting for his trial. The conditions were he had to be supervised 24 hours a day, he cannot be alone, and there are no computers of any kind allowed in the house. This makes things a little difficult for anyone with outside jobs, or anyone who has any sort of internet-based income, because someone has to stay home with him all the time with no computer. The best people for this job were mother's sister and the sister's husband, because they are the only people in the entire family, including cousins, the only people in the entire family whose incomes would not have been affected by these restrictions, because they are both on disability. So naturally, they refused. They did not want to stay home all day. They wanted their golf games, and their motorcycle road trips, and their Facebook, and their Skype. Granted, giving these up would be a sacrifice. I maintain it is a smaller sacrifice than giving up income-making opportunities. My mother has a job outside the house. Yes, she is retired, but public school teachers' retirement does not pay much. This job makes the difference in keeping a roof over our heads. My mother also gave private music lessons for some extra money. She had to give up several of her students since lessons now had to be at the house, and any child present needed the child's legal guardian present too. So the parent would have to stay for the child's or minor's whole lesson, and some parents just can't do that. And her ability to do her music director job has been hit, and while the church she works for will not fire her because of this act of mercy, she still can't do her job as well. So now the entire congregation is suffering too. As for me, I also have a job outside the house, and I refused to be a guardian. I refused to both lose my computer and stay home all day, except to go to work. I was verbally abused by my aunt for that, by the way. As for internet, you know, I'm just a lesbian in a defense of marriage state, one of these states, actually, where I can be fired for being gay. I have even fewer legal protections than the uncle who is accused of a federal crime. So it's not like I need the internet to help my mental health or anything. Financially, I did lose regular access to my Swagbucks account. Swagbucks is this online company/program where you do things like filling out surveys, or perhaps watching their streaming TV, playing games, and the like, and you earn Swagbucks for these activities. Signing up is free, and you can earn a bit of money online. I was doing this. I spent most of my time in Swagbucks TV, which was very much like being paid to watch YouTube. I used my Swagbucks to get Amazon gift cards. And Amazon, as many of you probably know, has a little of everything. So, while my financial state was not hit as hard as my mother's, I have lost money on this. So, in conclusion, my update schedule is limited both by the technology and, more importantly, by having my equipment scattered around. My desktop computer right now has no internet where it is set up. So all of my writings and my projects in progress are in one location. The internet and any internet research I might need are in another location, and all of my books are in a third location, which is back at my house. So I will update as much as I can. I cannot promise to read everyone's comments. I'll be missing a lot. I do feel cut off. I am not happy about it, but I also don't have any choice. I finally turned ads on my YouTube account because every penny helps, and clearly I need my own place, but I still don't want to be on welfare. I know that some people need it, and there was a time when my mother was eligible too. I just think that it should be a last resort, and even though I'm not happy where I am right now, I do still have a home, and I do still have food in my stomach, so I want to stay off welfare completely, if possible, or at least put it off as long as possible. Thank you.